So next is pressure variation in a fluid at rest. Here, using hydrostatic law will be able to find out the pressure at any point in a static fluid. Okay, so the fluid should be in rest condition. So what does that state? It states that rate of increase of pressure in a vertically downward direction must be equal to the specific weight of the fluid at that point. Okay, so mathematically we can write this statement as rate of increase of pressure. Pressure is small p. It is said that rate of increase of pressure in the vertically downward direction. So it is the rate. So p by in the vertically downward direction. So it will be p by z. Let z be the length along the vertically downward direction. Okay. So must be equal to the specific weight of the fluid at that point. So what is specific weight? Specific weight is rho into g. So this is specific weight, isn't it? So this statement can be mathematically written like this. So now we have to prove this particular statement. So for proving that, I am taking a fluid element, a very small fluid element. So this is the fluid. I am taking a fluid element, not it is a fluid element. Taking a fluid element. Let this, it is a very small fluid element. So let the the height of this particular element be delta z. Okay, so this is in the vertically downward direction and the variable I have chosen is z. Okay, so it is increasing by going in the downward direction. So this is the free surface. So this is the free surface of the fluid. This is our fluid element, and let delta A be the area of this particular fluid element. Delta A be the area. So this is the delta A area. Okay. Then we have to draw the free body diagram of this particular element. How to draw the free body diagram? Again, in this particular surface there will be a force acting normal to this particular surface. It will be P, let it be P, okay, P into delta A, because A is the area, cross sectional area. Okay, so here also there will be a pressure. How to find out this particular pressure? This pressure, see, this is totally different points, isn't it? So this P will keep on increasing until it reaches this particular point. This is entirely different point, so this P will be entirely different from this one, this intensity, pressure intensity. So how to find out this one? So with the increase in depth, the pressure increases. Okay, pressure increases. So I will take that as from this point, this P is known. So from this point, P plus, consider very small elements in this particular fluid element. Very small elements. Small elements. So what are the small pressure difference, small pressure rate happening in this particular very small elements? I will take that rate as dou P. It is very small, so I am taking as dou P by dou Z. So that is the rate of increase. Okay, into the total length, that is delta Z. So I got the increase of pressure from this particular element, elemental depth. Okay, so this becomes the pressure intensity into delta A. will give you the pressure force. Okay, so along with these two pressure, there is one more thing I have to draw in the free body diagram, that is the weight of this particular fluid element. Let that be capital W. Now, how to find out W, weight? So that is capital W is equal to, we know that it is volume into rho into G. So what is the volume of this particular fluid element? It is delta A, that is the cross sectional area, into the depth. So it is delta A into delta Z into rho into G. So this is the weight of this particular fluid element. Okay, now I am going to write the equilibrium condition. What is the equilibrium condition that I have to take here? Because all the forces are in the y direction, I only have to take sigma Fi equal to 0. Okay, so sigma Fi equal to 0. First I will consider this one. So this is P into delta A. P into delta A. Positive or negative? Since it is pointing towards the negative y direction, it is, I am giving the sign as minus. Okay, next I will take W. W also negative, that is delta A into delta Z rho G. Then the next one is this particular force, pressure force, which is positive. Why? Because it is pointing towards the positive y direction. So this is plus P plus dou P by dou Z into delta Z into delta A equal to 0. So we have considered all the forces here. Now I am taking delta A inside the bracket. So which these two terms cancel each other, minus P delta A and P delta A. So these two cancel, and we will have delta A into delta Z rho G plus dou P by dou Z into delta Z into delta A equal to 0. Okay, so I am taking this term here, or this term to the right hand side. So the equation will become dou P by dou Z into delta Z into delta A is equal to delta A delta Z rho G. So I forgot to cancel the common thing, that is these two are common. So cancelling these two, the final equation will become dou P by dou Z is equal to rho into G. Okay, so this is the final equation. Okay, so this is only for a very small liquid element. Okay, this equation is only for a very small liquid element. If for a larger liquid element, I have to find out just by integrating these two sides. So I am taking dou P is equal to rho G into dou Z. Integrating both the sides, I will get pressure intensity is equal to rho G into capital Z. So this is the equation. So we have finally proved the statement. So what was the statement? The statement was the rate of increase of pressure in the vertically downward direction. The vertically downward direction must be equal to the specific weight of the fluid at that point. That was the statement. So this can be rewritten as P by Z equal to specific weight. This was our equation. So this is known as the hydrostatic. This particular equation is known as hydrostatic low. So that is P is equal to rho g Z. Z is the depth in the from the free surface of the liquid.